Torah in 2 minutes-ish. How often do you win arguments? Not arguments over a piece of trivia like who won the 2005 AL MVP. It was A-Rod. But how often do you actually convince people to change their minds on something important, on an idea? It's difficult to do. Most people stick with what their opinion was all along. If you liked the president 2 years ago, you probably still do. If you liked his predecessor 2 years ago, you probably still do. If you hated one of them, you probably still hate him, right? Or for that matter, if you hated A-Rod in 2005, you probably still do. So logical arguments sometimes work when trying to change minds, but they sometimes don't. It's hard to change minds. I think that's why the Torah sometimes gives commands, things you're supposed to know intellectually and they're supposed to teach you something. And other times there are other sorts of mitzvot. They seem a little odd. This week we get those. In Parshat Bahar, we're told of the Shemitah year when the people who were in the land of Israel were supposed to let the land rest every 7 years. 6 years you farm the land, and then after you farm it, the poor are supposed to go and collect whatever it is that you dropped, the gleanings. That's the way the system works. In the 7th year, you're not supposed to pick. You're supposed to let everything fall and go out with the poor people to collect it. And Rashi says this. Rashi, chapter 25, verse 6 says, it's not that you're forbidden from taking the food. You're only not supposed to treat the produce of the land as if you're the owner. Rather, everyone is supposed to be equal in it, meaning the owners are supposed to go out with those who don't own, those who are poor, and collect things together. You're supposed to work side by side as if everybody's on the same level. This isn't about intellectual knowledge. This is about an attitude towards the world. The Torah seems to try to cultivate here. That people who are blessed to have means in this world should feel what it's like not to. And what's more than that, should face to face come into encounter with those who aren't so blessed. That's hard to work out in practice. And this isn't a practical way to accomplish that in our society, but it's a desirable goal. I'm not saying I'm good at it, but to be face to face with people who aren't like you, to experience what it's like not to have, that's the Torah's goal in Parshat Bahar, and that is still a worthy goal for our society. We should be blessed to be able to not win arguments intellectually, but to feel differently in our hearts, to create better souls and a better society. Shabbat Shalom.